So this is a recipe where it's to not everyone's taste, but you can swap up the cheese for this. So don't be worried about, oh, blue cheese, because you can use other cheeses, and I'll get into that later. So today we're making my warm Roquefort cheesecake with oven roasted tomatoes. So firstly, what you want to do is preheat your oven to 190 degrees Celsius or 375 Fahrenheit, and you want some small fluted tart tins, and just butter them and put them aside. For the cheesecake base, we're going to be using bread. It's fresh bread. I've just whizzed it up in the food processor, and it's just white bread. But you can use any bread you want. I just think the white bread just goes really nice. Now over the bread goes some melted butter, and you want to mix that around just like you would a sweet cheesecake if you were doing a cookie crumb with the butter. This is exactly the same. Stir it until it's combined, and then you want to press the mixture into the bottom of the sides of the flan tins, pressing down with the back of the spoon to ensure that you've got an even layer. Now you want to bake in the oven for 10 minutes until the base is golden, but you want to watch this really closely because being white bread, it can overcook and burn really, really easily. So just keep an eye on it. The other thing too to bear in mind is keep the oven on because we're going to be roasting the tomatoes later on. So for the cream cheese filling, cream all the ingredients together, which is the full fat cream cheese, the Roquefort cheese, an egg yolk, some corn flour, and a squeeze of lemon juice. Now, here's the thing about the cheese. Roquefort cheese has got a really strong, intense flavor. You can use Gonzalo cheese, you can use other strong flavored cheeses, but if you just want to say, hey, I'm not used to this blue cheese thing, but I still want to make this, you can use some sharp cheddar as well. Really, it's up to you. Whatever your preference is, use it. The only thing I would say is cheeses like brie or some of the really soft textured cheeses probably won't go as well because the flavors just can't compete with that cream cheese that's already there. It just sort of gets like mashed up and everything just becomes one bland flavor. You want a cheese that's just gonna go bang, straight in your mouth. So once the mixture's all creamed together, divide the mixture between the flan tins, and you want to return to the oven and bake for 10 to 12 minutes or until golden and just set. There should be a little wobble in the middle when you take them out. So don't be worried and think they're underdone. They're not, because they'll continue cooking once we bring them out of the oven as well. So when the cheesecakes come out of the oven, just leave them to cool slightly, just so you can take them out of the tin. And the best thing I find is just to get a little knife and just to edge carefully around each side until they come out. Just tip them upside down, quickly put them on the plate. Simple. For the tomatoes, I've got some cherry tomatoes that are on the vine. I'm just going to drizzle them with some olive oil and just season them with some good salt. And then I'm going to roast them on a baking tray in the oven for 10 to 15 minutes on a high heat. The skins will start to blister, some of that flesh will start to roast a little bit, and those flavors, that real tomato flavor, will intensify. Now the final element of this dish is simple to do really at the last minute. Into a little blender, you can put in some fresh basil leaves with some olive oil, extra virgin olive oil. I just blitz it until it's nice and smooth. I do pass it through a sieve, and this step is best done just before you serve up. Serving is so easy. On a plate with the cherry tomatoes on the top, and then drizzle that beautiful basil sauce all around. So think about this for a second. You've got basil, tomato, and cheese. Three iconic, classic flavors that just go so well together. But the intensity is there, that real intensity from the roast tomatoes, that real intensity of that sharp, strong Roquefort cheese. It's light, it's packed full of flavor, and it fills the soul up with yummy goodness. So just remember that cheese preference is completely up to you. It's what you make of it. If you want this recipe, links are in the description below for my website. If you enjoyed this recipe, please share it with your friends. Give this video a like and let me know what you think in the comments below. And I hope you're all having a fantastic, happy day.